What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring all of you the weekly manga chapter review of One Piece. Now, one of the big things I've been seeing many talk about, and even myself, when I was looking at this chapter, is that this chapter is very, very similar to the Nico Robin Enies Lobby arc. Now, there is some core differences with this chapter, which I want to take note of. For one, let's look at the conversation Sanji said in this chapter, what he was talking to Luffy about. He was pretty much putting Luffy down. He was pretty much trying any way he could to piss off Luffy and just say, get the fuck out of here. That's kind of what Sanji was trying to act like. He was just pretty much saying, get your ass out of here, I don't want you here. But we know, as a reader of One Piece, we know what Sanji's probably really trying to say. He's putting up that front because he wants to protect his friends. He wants to protect the Straw Hat crew. And he's saying shit like that because he doesn't want them to get in harm's way. Now, another thing too, is that this has happened before. Which, once again, going to go back to what I just said earlier on in this video, we know this has happened to Nico Robin, and we also know it's happened to Nami. Now, the big thing about this is that I find it very odd how Sanji really actually plays it similar to what happened in the Nico Robin scene, and what happened in that arc. If you look at the similarities here, they're stunning. There's very stunning similarities between those two arcs, and the way Sanji carries himself in this chapter and talks to Luffy and Nami. And I feel like, since Sanji's the type of character that is relatively smart, he's not a dumbass. He is by no means a dumbass. Sanji is a very intelligent character. We have seen time and time again showcase this, and we know Sanji would probably know that Luffy might eventually get, or some of the crew members might get what's really going on, and that he's just putting on, you know, a front to kind of protect everybody. And Luffy obviously might understand this, because I feel like Sanji is acting very similar to Robin, because he realizes maybe Luffy will understand this, or Nami will understand this, even though really get what's going on here. And I feel like that's why Nami, she didn't say nothing, and you saw when she started to tear up, and she, you know, was just getting shocked. You know, she's probably thinking something. She probably understood the full picture. She's like, I've been in this situation, Robin has been in this situation, clearly there's something going on here. You wouldn't say these type of things if it wasn't, you know, something else going on. And one of the big indicators that Sanji was trying to send Luffy a message in the convo was when he said you should read in between the lines. That is a big indicator that Sanji was trying to relay a message to these two, trying to let them know something is going on here, you guys need to figure it out. I can't just point blank say it to you, because it's really bad right now. Now, one of the big things is when he said read in between the lines, you notice that Sanji, he's saying things that really contradict some of the things about his character. Like, as we know, Sanji's big goal in life, okay, besides to, you know, have a woman or something, we know he wants to get to the All Blue, okay, we know that. He wants to see the All Blue, he wants to get there. That's one of his big goals. Like, you know how Luffy wants the One Piece, you have to where Sanji, he wants All Blue. And when he was talking about what he wants to do, what type of life he wants to live, it completely goes against what Sanji's character is. He pretty much says, I will have a beautiful wife from Big Mom, I will be able to live in happiness, wealth, and stuff like this. He's just talking about all this type of stuff that seems like relatively to be a good thing. But in reality, we know Sanji's not this type of character. We know what he really wants, and because of that, when he said read in between the lines, I feel like Luffy is going to understand that, or at the very least, Nami will understand that, because we know what Sanji wants. He doesn't want necessarily that, he wants something else. So, right there, indicator that Sanji, what he was saying was just trying to help them out, and hopefully Luffy realizes that in this fight. Now, one of the big things about this is that it's setting up for a Luffy versus Sanji fight at the end of the chapter. And if I had to kind of guess what's going to happen here, it's not going to be to the level, I think, of Usopp, you know, what happened to him and how, you know, Luffy and him fought a long time ago. I don't think it's going to be to that level and that brutal. What I think is going to happen is, probably Luffy's going to get worked up, he's probably pissed off. Eventually, there's probably going to be a punch to Sanji's face, and then the mask that's on Sanji's face might plop off, and Luffy will get to really see what is going on. I feel like something like that's going to happen. I feel like that is the big thing that's going to happen. Luffy's probably going to get pissed off, punch him in the face, mask's going to fall off, he's going like, I didn't do that much damage to cause your face to look like that. Luffy will realize he'll put 2 and 2 together, and everything will make sense. It'll also fuck up Big Mom's plans to have like a pretty prince pop up to marry her daughter. So when you think about all this, Sanji, he might be trying to do this in a way to kind of get that mask off, to fuck over his family's plans, because, you know, they put that mask on because he didn't want to look like that, or, you know, they didn't want him to look like that when he presented himself to the daughter he's going to be marrying. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's a plan going on here. I feel like Sanji has something in the works, and he probably realizes what he could probably do with Luffy right now in this situation, and I feel like Luffy's going to realize in this fight. It's not going to be like a real death match, these two beating the shit out of each other. I feel like maybe something's going to happen that really differs from what Sanji normally would do. Maybe Sanji might fight with his hands or something, like he'll show his hands and try to fight Luffy, and Luffy will see those handcuffs on him, and it might remind him of what happened a long time ago with other characters with being, you know, chained or handcuffed. Maybe Luffy will understand that. So I feel like Sanji's going to do something that really stands out in the next chapter when Luffy decides to probably, you know, go to town against him. Something will definitely kind of key in Luffy what is going on. Now, getting off of that, let's talk about the big important information of this chapter. Prometheus and Zeus. These are the two things that many are going to be talking about with this chapter, and I was like, holy shit. Now, Big Mom is powerful. We know Big Mom is powerful. I mean, she has the Soul Fruit. She can manipulate souls. That's a powerful ability. I mean, if you think about it, that ability is fucking crazy powerful if in the right hands, and you kind of use these interesting traits to it. That's a powerful ability. But then we found out that Big Mom, apparently, she has the power of Zeus, like thunder, or manipulating the weather, and also the sun, Prometheus. Now, many are going to be questioning, like, whoa, I thought Big Mom had the Soul Fruit, manipulating souls, not the ability to control weather. Well, there's a reason for this. Now, we gotta remember, Big Mom, she has the abilities of the Soul Fruit, so she can, you know, put, you know, souls into different objects. So it makes sense she'd be able to put souls in, like, weather, like elements and stuff, like, you know, put them in the clouds, put them in, like, maybe the sun. I highly doubt Big Mom put a soul in the sun, but if so, holy shit, that's fucking broken. Like, that is legit broken if Big Mom really controls the sun. But the big thing is that Big Mom, at this time, I feel like when she puts a soul in something, she can probably retain those properties from that and probably use it to control it or manipulate it. For instance, if she has a cloud, she can make this cloud expand or something and have a lightning storm come out of it, tornadoes and stuff. That's probably what's going on with Zeus. And when it comes with, you know, the Prometheus, you know, the sun, I don't know if it's necessarily her controlling the sun, but it might be, you know, her controlling the heat or something in the atmosphere, maybe something like that. But overall, though, a very powerful ability, because that means Big Mom literally can control the fucking weather with her Soul Fruit, and that just really amps up her potential threat throughout this arc. I mean, Big Mom is already powerful, but adding that into it, with her manipulating the weather and changing around, Nami is going to play a very important role in this arc. I mean, many people like to give Nami shit saying she's not important sometimes. I've seen it many times in the past, but Nami is really proving to be important to this arc. I mean, look what she did with, you know, Cracker. I mean, look at the Biscuit Soldiers. I mean, she was really important in that fight with Luffy. She was really one of the main reasons why Luffy was even able to overcome that fight in the first place. Now, seeing this, with Big Mom being able to manipulate the weather, Nami is instantly one of the biggest things that are going to help in this fight against those abilities. I mean, if Nami can kind of manipulate the weather, she can kind of understand what's going to happen next, she might be able to predict what is coming down. Like, for instance, let's say a lightning storm is coming, like some form of heat wave is coming. She'll be able to predict this type of shit and understand what to do, when to dodge, or whatever. Nami is going to be a very important asset in the fight against Big Mom, just because of that alone. But now we also need to factor in that Luffy, we know he's immune to lightning/thunder and stuff because we've seen it a long time ago, so I don't feel like he's gonna have that big of an issue when it comes to, you know, Zeus, the thundercloud or whatever. I just don't think he's gonna have that big of an issue with that. The only thing I think he's gonna have an issue with is if Big Mom, if she does use the weather to her advantage, she might cause advanced flooding. For instance, flash floods and stuff. For instance, like maybe the clouds will just make a tsunami come in and just hit the freaking island and completely, like, drown the island to where, you know, anyone that's a Devil Fruit user will drown and die. I could see something like that happening. I mean, if she can manipulate weather, she could probably make tsunamis and stuff with the clouds, you know, wind or whatever, to do something like that. I mean, if she can control the sun and the clouds like Zeus and thunder and stuff, she could easily manipulate the ocean and water and currents and stuff like that to just pretty much, like, attack an island. So when you think about it all like this, Luffy's in trouble, not to the thunder part of it, but if she manages to be able to manipulate the water and stuff onto the island, oh fuck, that is powerful. That's really powerful. So yeah. Now anyways, getting off of that, let's talk about the, Cracker situation, how he got beat and he's defeated now. So Cracker, he gets sent flying off, he lands in the middle of the town, and the town goes in red alert because, like, holy shit, one of the commanders is down, and everybody's freaking out. And so, one of the 3 commanders is down for the count. He's not probably GG yet, like, completely done from this arc. I want to bet he might be fixed or something like that, but at this time, though, he is down because he was defeated, which sends the entire town in red alert, and if Big Mom catches wind of this, or catches wind of what Luffy's doing, shit's gonna go down. Big Mom might go in a temper tantrum and use Zeus and Prometheus, so that is a possibility if she finds out what happened to Cracker, and if she finds out where Luffy is, she's gonna get very pissed off. Now, speaking of one of the others, okay, let's talk about the other commander that got defeated, okay? So, Mad Monk, as we know, he put down a commander. We know about this. We heard about it a couple chapters back. We get to see in this fight, when one of the commanders was defeated and Cracker sent his ships and battle troops out and all that, Big Mom sent in her weather manipulation abilities. And that is scary as fuck to know what Mad Monk did. To be able to stand up against that and all that. Damn, my compliments to Mad Monk to be able to even stand up to a commander like that and fight. That's pretty fucking badass, so compliments to him. Overall, though, I would say that the chapter was pretty damn good. A lot of stuff going on with Sanji behind the scenes, gotta read in between the lines. And also when it comes to Prometheus and Zeus, powerful abilities that add more to Big Mom's fret. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.